welcome back to Firmament. This is part 11. I've got a really good idea that we're finishing the game in this video. It may not even be as long as the usual hour-ish in length. I've just finished recording the part 11, so we're just right here at the Juleston Spire, ready to go and see what happens. So let's do that. Here we go. Around here's the elevator up to the top. Blue and green orbs from Curie Vale and St Andrew. And we'll see now what happens when we put in the orb from Juleston.
In the embrace has now been awakened. Can it be true?
Whoa.
Could this really have gone as I planned? You have kept the mission. Now the gateway in the swan will open, and you can prepare for the assembly. Go.
What was that in the sky? Are these worlds basically the Truman Show? Is the sky fake? Oh! Has anyone played Uru? There's an age in Uru called Anoni, which is made up of 3 spheres, and it's supposed to simulate moving backwards and forwards in time. Is something similar going on here? Is this all meant to depict the same world? Different.
We were told to joyfully anticipate the arrival. Tanner and 2 others arrived, and we were joyful beyond measure. They were powerful. We obeyed. They knew so much, but they were not patient with us, not kind as we were. We were not used to force. We were peaceful. Yes, we were peaceful, but we were not weak. It troubled us to serve someone as though they were greater than us. We were taught that all were equal. And then, suddenly, Martha killed one of them. Oh, that moment is burned in my mind. Quiet Martha. She could not talk about why. That day, nothing was ever the same. Turner and the other arrivals also changed. They took Martha and panic engulfed the realms. There was blood. There was death. It was... I have no words for it. Only 12 keepers remained. Of the arrivals, only Tana remained.
Sounds like there was a war. Turner and a few others came and tried to lord it over the keepers, but the keepers fought back. Marta killed one of them, and then there was battle. Oh, come on. Let's see what's happened to this swan now. So the bloodstains on the floor could have been one of Turner's victims. There's only 12 keepers and Turner left. Okay, so that puts a whole different sort of spin on this list of names in here. How many names are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20 deaths, and there's Marta is there as well. So there's clearly something bad happened. Oh. Oh. Hello.
Turner was afraid, I suppose. He became our master and ruled us with a heavy hand. We learned about masters and their weapons. We were subdued, then lost. And Turner, rather than intent on the assembly and completing the mission, became intoxicated with this power. Our angry god. He would command and we would comply or die. His every need. Only one of the arrivals could prepare for the assembly. Our mission was in peril, resting in Turner's distracted hands. I had lost hope.
Feeling this pod might go somewhere else. Where does this one go? Wow, well, actually I get to see how these things work this time.
A plan came to me. An ingenious plan. I refined it for many weeks. I became close to Turner, to use him. I made a wall in my mind for my own sanity, befriending the monster for the greater good. I learned much. I wept much. So, after many weeks, I told my comrade Jacques the truth that I had learned. I knew he would be afraid. He provoked the others, and they all lashed out at me. I convinced Turner to use his weapons to force them into the deep sleep. I told Turner we could wake new ones from the threshold, and I would mentor them to be more compliant as his servants. I gained Turner's praise with this idea. He and his trust. Right up until I sedated him and placed him in the threshold as well. And so I was alone, keeping and preparing. Not for days, or weeks, or even months, but for years. Everyone was gone. The embrace could only be awakened, the assembly could only occur, only with the power of an arriver. But now Turner was in the deep sleep. And you will learn the truth now. The truth of sleep, the truth of the mission, the truth of keeping, and the truth of Turner, our assembly, and ending. The threshold keeps the keepers. The cycle of keepers. Blank new keepers to be mentored. The 7-year cycle. But I will not go to sleep. I will keep my memories. I will not forget.
I'm missing a thing somewhere. Oh, hello. Stuff down here. Okay. Oh. This is all the stuff I have in the customization options. This is my stuff. I've been here before. IC, inferiority complex, that's me. LDT, that's Turner, perhaps. Realist inaugural keepers 1910. There's some faces here I recognise. There's one of these. This third one in on the bottom row. That is Jeff Dunham. I'm sure of it. So these are probably the backers who have done a certain amount of donated a certain amount of cash, get to have their faces on this wall. So, couple of faces I do recognise, but I can't quite place the names. Fourth from the end there, the female with the long hair, I'm sure I recognise that face. But I can't for the life of me place who it is. The third one in on the bottom, that's another face I'm sure I recognise, but I don't know. I really don't know. 1910? What happened in 1910? Okay, let's open this. Oh. Oh.
And now, you have experienced the revelation that I had. The grand realms I thought were everything are nothing but firmament, structures. But yet, they held everything dear to me, except my own memories. I have kept those.
Okay. I came the wrong way. This looks very much like outer space. A big solar sail ship. Is that what this is? Holy smokes. Or a big space station, perhaps? Ugh. Can't do anything with that. Did I miss one? Oh, blimey. Yeah, I think I must have missed something further up. Ah! Okay, that lowers the lift. Yeah, this just... I don't think I'm missing anything. What's going on then? Yeah, there's nothing there. Definitely wasn't anywhere else to go down, was there? No, that's the only path. So why does this place not actually do anything? Okay, so I've now unlocked something. I need to go back to where those things that wouldn't do anything are and see what it is I've done.
the first time I saw such a sight. I cannot describe what happened to my body. I did not think Tana would lie, but there's no preparation to face what one has never contemplated, never imagined. I was distraught and opened and offended and freed. I do not have words to describe to you. And now, I've returned here many times, and still, I do not know where the firmament ends. Can we ever?
Can I read these books? The red book? No. Okay, can I now do things in here? Eternally locked, externally locked. Ah! Whoa, welcome to the Firmament Initiative, a multi-generational, multinational, privately funded endeavour designed to preserve and secure the future of humanity through interstellar exploration. Your participation, dedication and service to this monumental mission is acknowledged and appreciated. Gee whiz, this is a huge info dump. September 2nd, 1972, or is it 9th of February 1972? Given it's made by an American company, I'm going to go with September 2nd, 1972. Please note that due to the nature and duration of the mission, this information is exclusively for the crew's per usual. Keepers must remain segregated, concentrating on the preservation of the cargo without distraction. Founders Andrew Carnegie, Marie Curie, Karl Marx, Nikola Tesla, Konstantin Tchaikovsky and Jules Verne. Gee whiz. I thought the portraits on the wall looked familiar. Phase 1, the Great Life. Phase 1 centred on sending crucial Earth-based elements, minerals, flora and fauna into orbit. The founders utilised their considerable resources to launch massive projectiles into orbit using 12 colossal rail rifles situated at various mountainous locations on Earth. Between 1895 and 1907, over 6,000 containers of cargo were transported into space, totaling more than 60 million tons, including technology for the assembly of the Starship. In 1910, the mission commenced with the Atellus gradually accelerating towards a nearby star systems via rudimentary steam propulsion and solar sails. Oh, I was right about solar sails then. The Atellus initially possessed very limited acceleration capabilities. The mission's design relied on future advancements in space technology to enhance the Starship during its journey. The founders correctly anticipated that future technology would be able to catch up with and upgrade the Atellus, potentially redirecting it to a different star system if a more suitable one was discovered. Timing and frequency of such augmentations were uncertain, but attachment and docking ports were incorporated in anticipation. Phase 3, the Embrace and the Arrival. The Starship Atellus features artificial gravity generated by the vessel's rotation. To create the required gravity, cargo realms are positioned further from the centre of rotation, resulting in a structurally weaker vessel susceptible to stress during intense acceleration. Consequently, the ship was also designed to retract and secure the cargo realms during periods of high acceleration. It was expected that this would only be necessary. It was expected that this would only be necessary. This would only be the necessary deceleration for arrival or a final upgrade, providing unanticipated thrust. The Keepers were prepared for these events with narrative combining the arrival of trained personnel required to engage the Embrace and the actual arrival of the Starship Atellus at its final destination. The Keepers. Acknowledging that a journey to even the closest star system could take centuries or millennia, the founders designed the ship's maintenance to be performed by Keepers. Keepers reside in large cargo realms, rotating in and out of sleep chambers that enable them to live for the mission's entire duration. The sleep process gradually purges memories. Starting from the most recent. As a result, Keepers are limited to a maximum sleep duration of 12 years before being awakened and retrained. Mentors facilitate the retraining process by passing on their knowledge and preparing for sleep. To minimise social complications among Keepers, a tightly controlled and rigorously managed protocol was established. Keepers are not informed about the mission's nature and are instead taught that they exist within 3 small realms comprising their entire universe. Questioning was discouraged and all necessary answers were provided through strict cultural indoctrination. So yeah, propaganda posters is what we've had. The crew, a small group of trained astronauts, is accommodated at the ship's fore. The crew's primary responsibility is to remotely monitor the Keepers and ensure the smooth operation of the mission during launch and subsequent upgrades. The crew has access to threshold suspension chambers, but their usage is limited to approximately 1 year. Suspension periods exceeding 2 years pose memory loss risks, which could compromise the crew's effectiveness. Consequently, the crew members are expected to live out their lives in support of the mission. It is of utmost importance that the crew remains separated from the Keepers to prevent interference with the Keepers' strictly dictated culture. The only exception to this segregation is the Arrivers. As the mission progresses, it's anticipated that the frequency of upgrades will increase due to advancements in space travel engines and speeds. The final stages of the mission will likely occur rapidly, necessitating the arrival of the final crew known as the Arrivers. The Keepers lore predicts the arrival of this group, who will require access to the realms to prepare the ship for acceleration, deceleration. Only members of the crew, specifically the Arrivers, are authorised to prepare the Starship Atellus in this manner. Okay, so Turner and some of the other group known as the Arrivers. Detailed information and specific procedures for all aspects of crew tasks and protocol can be found in volumes 1 through 22 of the Firmament Initiative Protocol and Procedure. Digital versions are available on disc A2. Gee whiz, we are getting a lot of new information here. So this is a big huge spaceship, and the Arrivers screwed up. They tried to lord it over the Keepers. Crew names: Turner, format Turner, Lewis, Maris, Susanna, Wildbarmore, Turner, Lewis, Dharma. Employment history. Okay, Lewis Dharma Turner. Crew Corporation, Karachi Division. Corporate Security Officer, Firmament Industries, Eastern Field Storage. Lieutenant, Junior Grade, Firmament Industries, Military Police, Ensign Class C, Space Force Division. 2118 to present, Ensign, Firmament Industries Incorporated, Security and Amelioration Duty, Cruise Ship Nicola, Lottery Draft, Atellus, Recon and Augment. Carceral record, bias motivated offence level 2, 3 terms served. Insubordination level 1, 2.4 terms served. So basically he's not a good guy. Misconduct, contract breach. Okay, so Firmament was founded in the 18, whatever it was. Founders. Yeah. And the ship left Earth around about 1972. Oh, 1910. Firmament Initiative ushers in a new era of human ingenuity and optimism. So the 3 balls going into the top of the spire actually signified the movement of those physical realms into the top of the spire here, I think. Okay, we've also got a book to read. I have no one to share my joy with, and so I write. What wonders, everything I had known has turned into nothing. My world has been replaced by truth, a word I scarcely resisted until I realised I needed it. Upon discovering this truth of the Firmament Initiative, I now found myself privy to a new perspective and what Turner called freedom. My entire reality, have I ever pondered the existence of such a word or concept? What I once believed to be limited to the small realms I lived in is in fact a grander stage, encompassed by an infinite cosmos. What wonders! I have been granted the privilege of gazing upon the stars, and as I do I cannot help but feel this overwhelming sense of small. This kind of small is a feeling of such joy. I am humble, I am inspired, my tiny world is a minuscule part of a thing called a universe. It is astonishing to think that the entire mission, everything I have known and believed, was designed to protect our future and the future of all humans. As I learn more about this grand endeavour, I am filled with hope and excitement for the untold possibilities that lay before all of us. This is almost hard to believe or fathom, yet my joy is dampened when I think about such a great deception that was considered necessary and done to me. And then we've got some pictures. Okay, let's go back to this newspaper. Am I able to read that? A dazzling display of human brilliance and determination. The colossal starship Atellus has torn from the bonds of Earth, marking the commencement of a pioneering voyage to safeguard humanity's future. The Firmament Initiative, a grand coalition spearheaded by esteemed visionaries such as Andrew Carnegie, Marie Curie, Nikola Tesla, Konstantin Tchaikovsky, Jules Verne and Karl Marx. Okay, so that explains Juleston, St Andrew and Curie-ville. Seeks to propel mankind into a new epoch of exploration. The prodigious Atellus is a vessel unlike any other, designed to traverse the celestial expanses on a multi-generational journey after over a decade of monumental efforts. The so-called Great Lift triumphantly concluded using gargantuan rail rifles to thrust 16 million tons of indispensable cargo into the celestial abyss. Bearing the Greek name for incomplete, the Atellus was assembled and commissioned under the unwieldy hope that future advancements will augment and perfect the vessel as it journeys through the cosmos. Gracefully propelled by a sophisticated steam propulsion system and massive sunlight sails, the starship Atellus is poised to advance the marvels of technological progress even. Within the Atellus, the keepers inhabit massive realms, carefully preserving the ship's cargo. Sequestered and protected, these individuals adhere to a strict regimen, safeguarding their duties' integrity. The groundbreaking threshold sleep chambers sustain the keepers' well-being, allowing extended periods of suspended restfulness. Newly awakened keepers, having freshly renewed minds, are re-mentored by experienced keepers, ensuring a seamless transfer of expertise across generations. The Keeper's unwavering dedication is a testament to the Firmament Initiative's foresight, crucial to the Starship Atellus mission's success. The crew, a select group of skilled astronauts, will give their lives to maintain a watchful eye on the unknowing Keepers and the Atellus. Stationed in the ship's fore, they will be refreshed with new arriving members on rare occasions to ensure the mission's smooth progress. As the journey nears its end, the final crew, known as the Arrivers, is expected to join the mission. The Keeper's lore has been embedded to inform them of this final arrival, so the Keepers and crew can, at long last, join in preparing the Atellus for its ultimate destination, a magnificent and welcoming new Earth. Let us all join together in celebration of this historic event as we bear witness to the dawn of a new age of exploration and wonder. With the launch of the Starship Atellus, humanity takes its first steps towards the stars, and we stand united, ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Godspeed, Starship Atellus. May you carry us towards a brighter tomorrow. Okay, so there's definitely something didn't go right, of course. Anything else to read? Nope. The three realms have been joined together. Is there somebody in there? Somebody might be in that one as well. And that one. Same kind of door on the other side. Okay, so I absolutely did not think anything about the fact that we would be exploring a spaceship in this video. Oh, this is like the dome. In the Swan.
Scanning. Biosignature confirmed. Turner, Louis Donald. Earth equivalent date 2231-3-17. The United Earth Space Agency sends its sincere gratitude and greetings, Ensign Turner. Mission protocol requiring your presence and approval is now satisfied. Thank you for your preparations to Firmament Starship Atlas. No further human intervention is required. All additional assembly, preparations, and flight control will be handled autonomously by me. Final full engine upgrades to Starship Atlas now commencing. Stand by for space folding and transport to the Tau Ceti system.
Okay. Me being Turner.
I was never given a choice. The firmament protected, restrained, and used us. You understand that now? And I have not given you a choice. I placed you in the threshold 7 years ago. You slept and forgot. I sat alone and remembered. You woke up, I lied to you, and used you. You see how it feels? You arrived and pulled back the curtain of this monumental illusion for me. Now, I thought I knew so much, but you astonished me with how small my world was. And as you held my awe, my veneration in your hand, you closed your fist around us. We were like children, and you tore our small world apart. I have thought of this moment often as I waited. I wish I was alive now to see your face. There is a part of me that hopes you are enraged. Oh, it's not reasonable, I know. These violent thoughts never get us very far. You were our God. And then you were our monster. Do you feel some kind of remorse now? Can there even be atonement without choice? It doesn't matter. At the very least, I used you to provide the way home for the keepers. My comrades, my family. But now, maybe you can do more than just the very least. One choice remains for you, and I will not beg a man such as you, but I will ask. Do something good with this second life you have been given. Remember the keepers, those you looked down on and mocked, those you erased. I forced you to travel their path, to learn their names, understand what they accomplished, miracles. And now you have become the most important keeper of all, the keeper of all these memories. You sit on the verge of the awaited destination. A new world, a new home. When you arrive, you can choose to tell the stories that only you now know. You can tell the tales of the keepers of this grand spaceship. How we worked so hard to save all of this, including even you. Adieu.
Starship Atlas has now been upgraded and is fold engine enabled. Prepare for acceleration and full jump to the Town City system. Any questions you may have will be answered upon arrival, which will occur in approximately 7.4 hours. New life awaits you and your fellow Atlas comrades on planet Firma. Thank you for your service to the Firmament Initiative, Ensign Turner.
Oh my goodness. What a twist ending that was. Oh, to hear so often about how Turner kind of warped the understanding of the Keepers, but then find out that I am playing as Turner. That was just... oh, jings. I did not expect that. Oh, let's watch the credits. I want to know who was playing the voices. It's always nice to know that. Might also get a list of names of people who were in the photos. See if I recognise any of them as well. In the very early sort of promotional gameplay footage that was released to let people see something for the Kickstarter, there was the adjunct was more of the floating sort of cube that we just saw at the end with that male voice, and then we saw the giant one outside. That looked more like what the adjunct was originally intended to be. But obviously during development of the game, the adjunct became a thing that you wore on your hand. But it was good that they kept the original design of that, what was the adjunct, and used it for this thing at the end. Go. Additional Kickstarter assistance. No. Fan gamer. Future Friends games. Why is the bottom name just nudged slightly over there? Same there actually. AMD. I think I recognise a couple of names there from somewhere else. Whoa. Oh, there's a list of backers coming in now. This is going to be a lot of names, and they're in alphabetical order. If I remember rightly, the backer for this was the backing, the initial fundraising for it was about 150,000 was what they projected they wanted, but they ended up with something like 1.4 million or something. It was massively overfunded, so they were able to obviously do a better job of putting the game together, and of course having to deal with a global pandemic while you're programming a game is quite inconvenient. Oh, I was looking. I've missed Jay. I was looking to see if I could saw Jeff Dunham's name as part of the backers, because that would explain his photo. I know that Jeff's Jeff Dunham's a big fan of Myst because he's raved about it in a video on one of his YouTube videos. I don't know, I just said about a YouTube video on a YouTube video, which is kind of a bit of a loop. Wow, that was a long list of backers. Special thanks. More special thanks. Thank you for playing. Okay, well, here we are back at the menu screen. So that's it, that's Firmament. And oh, what a joyful game that was. I thoroughly enjoyed the puzzles. They definitely kept me stumped and confused at times. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. The battery one, I still haven't got a clue how that worked, and yet I somehow managed to accidentally find the solution both times. The battery on Juleston, having to deal with the underwater thing in Curryvale was just amazing. That was frustrating, but amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It feels like it's been a lot shorter than Abduction was or Myst, but I don't think it has, because I mean this is part 11 of the videos, and we're just approaching an hour again, and I think Abduction went for 10 videos and the last one was about 2 hours long. This one is 11 videos, so it's around about the same length as Abduction. But yeah, it's kept me occupied for 11 hours. That's been well worth playing. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. But what a twist at the end. To find out that I was actually playing as Turner. I was the bad guy. I mean, that's been done a few times in games, but I didn't see it coming in this one. Absolutely didn't see it coming. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking around with me on this video. One thing I have done is I've uploaded the soundtrack for this game as MP3s and a zip file, which I will put a link to in the video description. So if anybody wants the soundtrack for this game, then there it is there for you. Until next time, we'll probably be back in Star Trek Online and we'll have a go at the new featured episode perhaps, since the new story arc has started and we're going to be going up against the Tholians. But maybe I've already put that video out by now. I don't know. It depends how much the how much things go for getting things done here. This is 11 videos in Firmament. It's over and done with. It'll be back to Star Trek Online, and maybe even I'll get around to getting the Assassin's Creed Unity playthrough up and running again. I know I managed to get about, what is it, 6 videos there, and I need to get that storyline going again. There were so many things that video, that playthrough did, and I was doing a lot of the side content, but I was doing a lot of the side content offline, but the actual main story is what I would have been recording for you all. Anyway, thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed the Firmament playthrough. I've probably had quite a few frustrations in the puzzles, and people watching the videos are probably like, just do this! Because I do it when I watch other people playing games where I've managed to figure out the solution to something before they did or something like that. So, until the next video, whatever it is, stay safe and look after yourselves. Bye for now. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. In the middle of the screen there's a button that will allow you to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. On the left is another video of similar stuff, on the right is just another random video from my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and leave a comment down below about something you think I can do better. Bye for now.